So I got Real Golf from Game Tracks for the PlayStation 2. Brand new in the box. I saw this and I'm like, you know what? I want to try it out. Back in the day, my brother and I used to play PGA Golf 2 all the time, especially on PC. It had the best bite back on the ball and everything. And then we would also play it on the Sega Genesis, which one of his friends came over and actually had the golf setup for it. The only problem was you'd hit the ceiling with it. So this looked like it had a shorter golf club and stuff. And as I'm looking at it here, you can see you have like some kind of sensor base and then a foot pedal. And then on the side you can see you wear some gloves, or on the back also. So out of the box you see what are not sensors. They're not antennas. And they are clips with attached strings on them. You know, right away I could tell that that's what the gloves are for. They're going to clip into those, and that's where it's going to get its sensors from. So right off the bat, I don't know, I go either way. From my understanding, this is a Mad Cat, peripheral. They had something to do with Game Tracks. The button itself has pretty good tactile feel to it. A little let's see, 2-pole connector to go into the base unit, I guess we'd call it. It's not really a sensor unit, I guess. Maybe you'd still call it a sensor unit. But it's real stiff. At first I was worried I was going to break it, but it does go in there. The gloves don't seem to be anything too fancy. They do have a left and right on them, and you can see I clipped the one in already. Pretty simple. You squeeze it and they unclip. And then they just have like a Velcro to them. In the other box, we have the game. And the golf club. Right away you notice this golf club is pretty much just hollow plastic. Once you screw it together, it's really light. It'd be nice to maybe, I don't know, maybe the head could be drilled out and filled with something to just have some weight to it. But yeah, it's a toy for a Cabbage Patch Kid. It is not, doesn't seem very well built, but you know, once it's screwed together, it seems to hold together fine. I'm sure it is just for the feel of having something in your hand, and the head is just to give you the direction of where you're going. I'm by no means a great golfer, so a stick with a weight at the end would have probably been good for me. In the box for the game, I was pretty happy to find a manual. There was no reason to believe there wouldn't be one. And of course, that blue disc, I love that. I don't know why, but I've always liked that. Not a single scratch on it. Something about a new disc is awesome. In the manual, though, it will show you different things. One thing I was surprised is you do not use the controller for anything. You can't play this game without the golf accessories. But you don't even use the controller for menus. I would have suspected you at least use it for menus, because the controller peripheral actually plugs into the USB. Nothing goes into the controller console. So like I was mentioning, this is, you would put the unit in front of the PlayStation 2. And here's where I mentioned that it had the right and left on it. And then here's the left one. This will have an L on it. And then you just slide the glove over your pinky and your thumb, and then you Velcro through it on the back. I don't have it plugged into the base unit until after it's on. Just that extra little bit of tension makes it really difficult to put the glove on. But as you can see, that's how you pull it. And then in the gameplay, when you have both gloves on, you have a ribbon for the gameplay, for the menus and stuff. And if you want to go to the left, you just move your hand to the left. If you want to go to the right, move it to the right. It's something that, you know, when you think about it, it seems so silly with the string and everything, but it worked really well. I was kind of surprised. Maybe something in today's world where the Connect could actually take care of that, or just some kind of motion in the club itself. Here's where I had a really tough time pushing that thing in. But yeah, that's all the base unit and the pedal put together with the gloves. And then here's where I was talking about. You just plug a USB port in the front, and that's it. It's all set up. You don't need to plug a controller in or anything. I'm going to put some gameplay up. I'm going to make a part 2 of this. This is going to be the part 1. And the reason why is, if you've watched some of my other videos, you'll know that I have recently had shoulder surgery, so it's not that easy for me to play a game like this to begin with. But there is a putting option in it that I can do. And also I need to just clear some room. I don't have the tallest ceilings. This setup's in the basement. But with that short club, I can pull it off. So stay tuned. Thanks. And always remember, like and share.